Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss basics of Python. So we will start the session. I will open my Jupyter notebook for Python coding. I will open the new terminal page. Yeah. So we will start with our session of basics of Python. In that we will discuss the types of variable. Second, in the types of variable we will discuss the four types. First one is the integer, second one is the float, and third one is the string, and the last one is the boolean type. Then we'll go with the list function, how it will works. We'll check this one also. Then set function, then dictionaries. So we'll start our session with the types of variable. There are four types. First one is the integer. Let's say assume x equals to 5. We will execute this cell by clicking shift and enter. This is executed. Then we will check the value of x. It is 5. And we'll check the type of this x. Yeah, there we go. This one is the integer type. Okay. Then the next one is the float variable. We'll check how it will work. We will assume y equals to 10.5. Any value in the point, we can consider there is a float function, float variable. Okay, we'll execute this cell. We'll check y equals to, it's a 10.5. Okay, we'll check the type also. Type of y is the float. Okay, so we can say that if the value in the point, then we can consider is a float variable. Okay, then third one is the string function, string variable. We will allocate that value in the p. We'll check with this one. One thing, in the string function, the value or any string value will be in the single inverted or double inverted. Okay, so we'll execute this one. P will get this one mayu. Okay, then we'll check this type of the p. It's a string value. Okay, any value in the single inverted or double inverted, it's a, we can call as a string variable. We'll check this one more example. T equals to, we'll check with the integer value. Okay, how it will behave. So we'll check this d, it's a 10. Okay, we'll check the type of d. It is behave as a string value. Why? Because we are putting this 10 in a single inverted bracket. So always remember, whenever we are putting the value in this single inverted or double inverted, so it's a string value. Then last one is the boolean type. It's a true or false function. True or false, either true or false. N equals, we'll check 5 is greater than 6. It's a true or false. Check this one, it's a false. Okay, this is a boolean type. We'll check the type of n, it's a boolean type. Okay, we'll check one more example. 10 is greater than 5. Check m, it's a true value. Okay, these are the four types of variables. First is integer, second is float. Integer is a like without point function, without point variable. Okay, and the float is the point variable. String is the name or anything string value, or the last one is boolean, means true or false. These are the four types of variables we have discussed it. So the next one will go with the list. We will take one example like employee id. Employee id always list in a square bracket. 1 2 3 4 5. We can assume these 5 are the employee id. Okay, we'll execute this one. Check employee id is executed, and we are getting this 1 2 3 4 5 in the list format. Okay, so we'll check the what are the contents includes in the list. We'll check this employee id, put dot, then tab. Dot and tab, these are the functions. These are the functions in the of the list. Okay, so append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, and so on. We'll check this one by one. What is append? Employee id dot appends on bracket. If we want to extend or append the number, any kind of number, like if you want to append the 6 after the 5, means in the list we want to append any number, so we can append that one. If you want to append 6, you can append this one. We will check the employee id. Yeah, check. After 5 it is appended the 6 number. If you want to append any string value as well, so we can append that one. Check this one also. Dot tab append. If you want to append any name, you can append. See, you can append my name also in the list. This is the function of append. We'll check the next one. Employee id dot tab. We'll go with this count function. If we want to count any number from the list, we can count that one. If we want to count 2, how many times it is in the list, so we can check that one also. If we want to check 2 number how many times, so it is show. See, it is 1 time. We can update this list. We can put here 5 one more time. We executed this one. We'll check the 5 how many times it is there. See, it is 2 times. Okay, we have updated this list 5 2 times, so it is showing the 2 times. Okay, so count function is used to show how many times the variables or any integer functions in the list. We'll go the next one. Employee id dot. Next function is the extend. Extend and append, both are the almost same function, but in the append function we can append the value, any kind of value, means any single value we can append, and in the extend function we can append the list, full of the list. Okay, so we have to give the list here. List always open in this square bracket, so we can append this as a 200. We will check this one. See, this is 200 is extended in the employee id. We can extend list as well. Employee id is the first list. We can check employee id. We will go with the other one. 8 9 10. If we want to extend this list in the first list, so we can do that as well. Employee id dot tab extend open bracket. We can give this list, second list. See, it is appended 7, 8, 9 in the first list. Okay, this is the function of extend function. Go with the other one, employee ID dot tab index function. How it will works? We'll check this one. Index function. If you want to check any integer index from the list, we can check that one. Remember, index starts with 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, so if you want to check the index of 1, we can assume as a 0. If you want to check the index of 1, it's a 0. Okay, if you want to index of 200, it is a 6. Okay, always remember index start with 0 and so on. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. This is the index function. Okay, the next one is insert. Insert function, we have to give the two parameters, like where we have to insert and what we have to insert. Okay, where we have to insert means we have to give the index. Okay, if you want to insert from the starting, so we can give the 0 as an index. Okay, it's a starting point. If you want to insert any number like 50, so we can do that one. See, the 50 is inserted in the 0 index. Okay, we can check the index of the 50. id dot index of 50 is a 0. Okay, we have added this one. So we'll go the next one. Dot tab. Next one is pop-up. Pop-up means it will pop up the element from the list. Okay, it will remove the element from the list. If you want to pop up 50, so there is an error. We have to give the index of the for the pop-up function. We have to give the index of the element. Okay, so I have given this one 0. If you want to remove 50, 1, 2, any element from the list, we have to give the index of that element. Okay, so I have given this 0 for I want to pop up this one 50, so I have given this 0 as the index of the 50. Okay, so we'll check this list one more time. It is removed. Okay, the pop-up means the element will remove from the list. This is the pop-up function. Next one, is the remove. Remove and pop-up both are same. If you want to pop up any element, if you want to remove element, both are same. So we can do that one also. If you want to remove one, we'll check the list. Okay, in the pop-up function, we have to give the index of that particular element. In the remove function, we have to give the element of that list. Okay, element from that list. Okay, so these are the two difference of the pop-up function and remove functions. Go to the next one. Next is reverse. It will reverse all the list. It will reverse all the list. Okay, you can see this one. This is the employee ID before reverse function, and this one is the after reverse function. Okay, it will reverse the list. This is the function of reverse function. The next one will check the sort function. It will sort ascending or descending order. Always it will go as a ascending. See, this is the list before sort function, and this is the list after sort function. 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on up to 200. Okay, this is the sort function. Remaining, what are the functions are remain? Yeah, this one is clear. If you want to clear this list, see, this is the empty list because we have cleared this one before this execute. Okay, so this is the clear function. Hopes this will make sense. Goodbye, thank you.